If you only have one day in Key West, here's what to do. The first thing I would do, hands down, is go have breakfast at Blue Heaven. If you're only going to eat at one place, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, this is the place to go. Blue Heaven is spectacular. Next, head over to Lazy Dog, which is right here, and head out on a kayak tour. You can actually do a rental if you want, but the kayak tour, it's a 2-hour tour. You get to see a lot of critters. It is probably the best way and cheapest way to get out on the water on a tour. It's just absolutely beautiful. You can see the water's shallow around here, so you can actually see the bottom. After that, I want you to head downtown. Now, this is where I'm going to plug in my video from the highlights of Key West. This is going to be a self-guided tour. It is the most popular places that people like to go when they have a very short period of time. I'm talking maybe just coming in on a cruise ship, maybe you're coming in on the ferry, the Fort Myers ferry, or even the bus day trip. So if you're looking for sort of a half-day trip for Key West, that's all the time you have, or maybe you're that person that wants to jam as much in as possible into a day, I'm going to give you the highlights of Key West self-guided tour. Now, I created this tour years ago for the cruise lines. We did it as a shuttle service that we took people all to the highlights of Key West. But I'm going to share with you as a self-guided tour, so you can either walk it or you can ride your bike. Now, I recommend walking or biking because it's everything, the highlights, it's all pretty much packed downtown in Old Town Key West. So parking is really like non-existent. So it's a lot easier if you walk it and bike it because there's always a bike rack to lock up to. If you're on a scooter, golf cart, or car, you're going to spend a lot of time actually trying to find parking. So here it is, the highlights of Key West tour. I hope you enjoy. First off, the easiest way to get around downtown is by renting a bike. Traffic is a constant in Key West, and parking is even worse. By renting a bike, you will be able to fit in a lot more in a short trip. If you're downtown, you can walk right into Recycle or Eaton Street Bikes and rent a bike. Your first stop is, of course, the most photographed place in Key West, the southernmost point. There is always a line here, especially on cruise ship days, so get here early, otherwise expect to wait in a long line. Next, ride up Whitehead Street a few blocks and you will see the Hemingway house. Hemingway was a very colorful character, so this tour is interesting. It's inexpensive to get in, but again, get there early, otherwise you'll be waiting in line. From here, ride on over to the historic Seaport district and check out Kermit's Key Lime Pie. You can get anything key lime here, so a great place to bring gifts home. You can also order a full key lime pie to have shipped home for when you return. I always order from here to ship to my family. I highly recommend the key lime pie on the stick as a yummy treat also. Next, walk across the street to the Conch Republic Seafood Company and grab a drink and maybe some fried conch or conch fritters, a must-try for while you're in Key West. The Conch Farm, as locals call it, has a great view of the historic seaport. In fact, I think one of the best. If you're looking out of the Conch Farm window right at the water, on the right, on the corner of the dock, you will see a white building with hardly any windows. This was Jimmy Buffett's recording studio. Other famous bands also use the studio. It's pretty great to see all the stickers from all over the world on the side and all around the studio. Next, ride or walk your bike down the Lazy Way Lane, past the Waterfront Brewery and to the Cuban Coffee Queen. Here, a con leche or Cuban coffee is a must. From here, you can take a walk around the waterfront. Enjoy your coffee or check out Dante's for a drink and a dip in the pool. Next, ride down some of the streets of historic Old Town. Take Elizabeth or William or Margaret Street and see some of the very old historic homes and the classic conch houses with tin roofs. Once you reach Southern Street, which is a one-way, take a right all the way to Duval Street and 500 Duval, which is Margaritaville bar and restaurant and also a gift shop. Have your cheeseburger in paradise, grab a gift from the shop, and make your way up Duval Street to Sloppy Joe's. Sloppy Joe's has a lot of history, and it's been around for years and was once a watering hole for Ernest Hemingway. There's usually live music, so enjoy your time here. Now, if you want to extend it, you can also ride your bike from one end of Duval to the other, the Gulf side to the Atlantic side. It's only just about 1.1 miles, and it'll finish right at the southernmost beach, and you can have a swim in the ocean. So there you have it, the highlights of Key West, self-guided tour of some of the most popular spots on the island if you only have a couple hours. So I hope you give it a try and have some fun, and hopefully see you down here in Key West. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel as I'll be sharing more videos on what it's like building a business, a brand, and lots of Key West adventures and things to do here in Key West for you. So please give me a follow. Thank you. If you don't have a full day, just you can plug in and take things out, add things in, stay longer at some things or shorter at others, but try and get in as much as you can. The great thing about Key West is so many people, even if they're here for a week, say they want to come back because there's so much to do, even though it's a small town. So